Let's venture down into the belly of the beast. Even if darkness brings us to blindly, no
What is up, everyone? It is Psycho Blue, conductor of the Hype Train, Mr. Hype Gems, hashtag Crosswires, hashtag 2XKO. It is time for another edition of the King Returns 32 and 2XKO. This time we are doing a singles tournament. If you are paying attention to the poster right now, you notice that Reptile is there. Fitting, given that the person who won our Legacy Collection Mystery Combat Tournament was a Reptile cosplayer. So, congratulations to Drebin, and excellent costume, excellent gameplay, even if the games left something to desire themselves, being that most of the games are rather jank. With me today is none other than the returning voice of Salte Boi. How are you doing, my friend?
Thank you for the intro. I am doing fantastic. I've been here on the stream before, commentating games like Blaze Blue and Under Night, but I'm here now for the first time commentating some 2SKO. And I mean, it is a new game, so I'm excited to see how everything has sort of developed here in this local scene and exactly what characters and matchups we're going to be watching.
Yes, indeed. This is again the first time we've ran a singles tournament. The tournament that we ran last month was a pair play tournament, and that was a lot of fun. But now we have new characters, new challengers, new rivalries, and most importantly, new footage, which we will be showing you right now with Salte on the mic. If you are curious about Mortal Kombat, no one streamed that, but I did manage to record the grand finals on my phone so you can see that Reptile cosplay for yourself, as well as the championship gameplay that came with it. For now, 2XKO, let's go cross some lines.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no. Like you mentioned, we do have some new characters on the roster now, so a little bit more in terms of variety when it comes to the characters we will be seeing on the stream. We're already seeing that Warwick pop up with the B or the Vi, I think that's how most people end up pronouncing that character. But yeah, I think that's a really fun pair that we're seeing there coming in from Lieutenant Farman. And a really fun pair too is in the form of Jinx and Echo on the other side with Misty. Now, Echo, I'm sure a lot of people are kind of sick of seeing this character all around, but Echo, I mean, is a strong character and is also a really fun character to watch with all the rewind nonsense he has available to him and all the different mix-up potential he has when it comes to just combining himself in his toolkit with other characters. And with a character like Jinx, we're probably going to be seeing a little bit more of that zoning game plan, a lot of space control, while giving Echo that room to kind of get in, as we're seeing right there, swapping to the Echo while we have them locked down with the turret. All right. Already Misty off to a fantastic start here. Farman not really able to get too much, but now Farman going to gain their first real combo of the game. Going to go for the active swap, trying to get the Oki with the Warwick, but a great burst actually coming out immediately, almost immediately there from Misty. Will be getting themselves out of that combo and trying to get them into the corner, but Misty still finds a way out with Echo, and now Warwick is down. Only one character left on the side of Lieutenant Farman, and unfortunately we're getting opened up by this Echo. So uses the super just to play it safe, keep that Vi at bay, and we're just going to play lame, it seems, just zoning out Vi as much as possible, keep Missy from playing the game, and it looks like that will be working out here on the side of Missy, finishing that off with that full screen super. But that was just round one. Missy looked like we were in complete control, but we're going to be starting this next round off without much burst on the table. So we do have a pretty big opportunity here with Farman to actually maybe get something started, get some momentum on our side. we're really struggling with, though, is trying to get in. Every single time you get close enough to Missy always finds some way to try and escape out of the pressure that Farman is trying to represent. But here we go. We got a block string going. Warwick coming in. Unfortunately, Warwick will be taking a little bit of damage alongside Vi, and we're just going to elect to hold it down back here. Good match, though, to take back that turn. And the swap into the Warwick will continue to extend that block string. Still want to be very careful with the way you press your buttons here. Echo does have a lot of points where you can actually press on defense against them, but it's really just coming down to pressing at the right time, and that's where that timing really becomes difficult. Right, super comes out, and it does connect with the Jinx. That's going to be a decent amount of damage, and we're going to go for the double down too. We weren't able to see a whole lot of it because we weren't able to really use our meter much in the previous round. Not close enough to actually get those supers to connect, but now that double down is going to feel really useless now that you know, Warwick is on the field, Vi is out of the game. We do have access to one bar on the side of Vi, so we maybe have potential for like some extra damage on some of our supers, but we will see what ends up happening. Unfortunately, not much will be happening for Farman. Missy closed that one out, still looking incredibly confident. And it seems like we really like Jinx here as our point. We really like Echo as our support character. I think that's what Echo is probably the strongest at, is playing that support character, filling in the gaps for other characters' weaknesses. We see him a lot with Darius. We see him a lot with Alawi. We see him a lot with Jinx, Yasuo, right? Kind of filling in those gaps, providing some mix-up potential for characters that don't normally have it, combo extensions for characters that don't normally have it, and also just really good movement in general. It makes him such a flexible character. Alright, Super comes out, has the bomb as well to extend the combo. We will be getting that active tag in, and there's not really much of a point to spending that burst now because, well, I mean, that was the full combo right there. A lot of damage on that Ahri. It's scary here for Farman. I do like Ahri instead of the Vi, though. Vi can work, but I think we're just looking for a more flexible character in terms of dealing with this zoning game plan that we want to be representing here with Echo and Jinx. And I think that Super right there is going to be one of the biggest tools that we're going to be seeing Farman throw out every now and then, just to poke at Echo, poke at Jinx, prevent them from really running away with the game at the other edges of the screen. Super from Warwick. Okay, no cash out with the double down, just holding on to that meter. It's probably smart here too. We're already getting a lot of damage on Echo, and now with, oh, actually, no, still not spending any meter there. Swaps into the Ahri, spends the super, but gets caught by the Jinx rocket. Not able to get a combo off that, but that's still a decent amount of damage here. Warwick getting interrupted, putting that tag in. Tag into the Echo. Are we going to use our burst? No, we don't! We hold on to that burst, and the super comes out from Missy pretty early on in that combo, but just using it as a way to lock out that burst there. Fury is now on deck here for Farman. That is going to be a big game changer if we can pull it off. If we can find that Fury combo, but will this super connect is the question. No, it will not. Jinx now looking really low. This is probably the worst Missy has looked yet in this set. And it looks like Farman is going to take that the full distance. Will this combo be enough? No, it won't, because it dropped. The super did not connect. But that final 5L will. There we go. Farman able to squeeze out around there. And I think it's definitely due in part to this Ahri. For all the reasons that I kind of mentioned before, using it as a way to kind of just poke away from the Echo and poke at the Echo and Jinx from a distance that a character like Vi normally can't. She has some good movement to her, and that super that she tosses out, being such a high priority projectile, makes it very difficult when it comes to Missy trying to play patient there from full screen. Press from Warwick's swapping into the Warwick, giving Ahri a little bit of time to heal there, top up on that gray health, and now we can swap back into that Ahri now that we recovered a bit of that life. Super once again, that will eat through that projectile, giving Farman a free opportunity to get in on a Misty, and that we will. Back to tag, and I think what we're trying to do there with an active tag too was hoping that Missy would be trying to burst there. I think we're just going for that burst bait. Unfortunately, for Misty, it doesn't really matter whether or not that burst got baited because that burst has been wasted, and the Warwick is shredding that life bar of Echoes. Swapping back to the Ahri, playing a little bit safer. Good jump over, not letting Misty reset that pressure. Spends the super. Oh yeah, you gotta be so careful when it comes to comboing the tag characters, and that's one of the big things that you gotta be paying attention to. You can't autopilot your combos when you find a hit on a character. You gotta be making sure that's the right character that you want to be hitting, since it can be so easy, especially for a character like Ahri, like we saw right there, to be able to knock you out of that pressure sequence, knock you out of that combo if you continue to autopilot through it all. So good awareness there from Farman as well, backing up, playing it safe, and then going for that KO. But yeah, no, second game looking really good there for Farman, bringing it back in their control with the Ahri. But I don't know if the Ahri is going to be much of a factor in this round because that Ahri is already down so much health. I think we're really trying to recover. I think what we're trying to do there was send out the Warwick and then tag to the Warwick to recover that health from Ahri, putting her back into the back line. But because that Warwick got interrupted, we didn't have an opportunity to do so. Burst did come out before the super did, so Farman will be getting that Warwick swap, getting that health back from Ahri that he won before. It is a lot of health to be trying to recover though, so Farman wants to take this the distance with Warwick right now. Great assist from Misty, getting out of that sequence. Not respecting it. Super. No, but no punish from Misty. That could have been a dead Warwick, but Warwick now is still kicking. Great combo started there for Farman. Super spend. This shouldn't be able to connect unless we hard committed into, like a throw, for example. If we hard committed into a throw, that's exactly what Farman did. Super going to blow up that Ahri, and the Warwick will be easy pickings. Misty now on set point. And start backing up, just going for these air rockets. Controlling that airspace, knowing that Ahri would like to approach from the air. Tries to use that super in an effort to whiff punish Ahri from full screen, but Farman playing a little bit more patient than that. Usage of the dive in the air, catching Misty. Once again, trying to control that airspace there, and there are ways to challenge that if we get a little bit too nonchalant about it. Warwick tearing through a bit of that Echo's health bar. Burst now is on the table. I think we're going to be seeing a burst. Yeah, we're going to be seeing a burst there from Misty in an attempt to save the Echo. We do not want to be taking more damage than we should be with that character. And we want to also swap into our higher health character with Jinx, like we're seeing right here. And Jinx now a much better matchup into that Warwick. It's kind of an interesting dichotomy we have here. You know, that Jinx is good into the Warwick. Echo decent into the Warwick, right? Jinx definitely a little bit better though. So we want to be swapping characters based on that as well. Jinx also a way to try and check that Ahri from full screen. So being very smart with how you tag characters into certain matchups is very important, as we're seeing here. Good usage of the super from Farman, interrupting that time bomb from Misty, but unfortunately was not enough to kill, and that should give Misty a safe opportunity to go for the active attack and then get that health back there on the Echo, letting him top up here as we zone out with the Jinx. Swaps into the Echo though, jump scare, and Farman not expecting that play. Misty now 2-1 and should be taking it with that Echo and Jinx. Looking really, really good. Now with the Jinx winning here, with the Echo winning, I'm also very interested if we're going to be seeing more Echoes because, you know, it's a very strong character, very popular character. But also if we're going to be seeing some other zoners similar to Jinx, maybe Teemo. Since, you know, we got someone repping Warwick, so that definitely is a possibility. But no, instead, we're going to be seeing Misty on the stage once again with that Jinx and Echo, tried and true. On the other side, we got Mento Senti with the Alawi and Echo. Definitely a way different duo and how they want to be playing. Of course, they both have that Echo, but like I said before, Echo is really just strengthening the tools of the partner, strengthening the tools of the duo, and also just being a very flexible character on his own. But with Alawi, I think it's going to be so scary because Alawi is known for having incredibly strong, incredibly suffocating lockout pressure, especially when it comes to those tentacles, how they're going to be staggering her offense, letting her get lots of pressure resets on you. Also the S2 that she has, where the tentacles will start to attack you automatically. So if she gets that on Oki, things become a lot scarier too, because now you have that Echo backing up the Alawi toolkit. Because Alawi can't normally keep them locked down even with that S2. It is a little bit tricky with the character unless you're going for a lot of stagger pressure with the lights. Swap into the Jinx, getting some more damage with this combo. That's going to be a lot of damage there on the Alawi. Memento Senti staying strong. Echo assist, backing up our friend Alawi here. Gets the throw, and that's one of the scary things about Alawi too. This is one of the only characters in the game that can actually get combos off her throws if she has one of those tentacles set up and is within the vicinity of that throw, or if it's within the vicinity of a certain tentacle hit, usually off of her S1s. So it provides her a lot of combo pickups that normally other characters wouldn't, and backs up her strongest tools as well. I think 6S1, I believe that's what it is incredibly strong mid-range tool, and it's going to be incredibly strong here, incredibly relevant in this matchup as well. And the reason why is because it advances her forward, it's a big hitbox, it's a combo starter, but also it destroys projectiles. So you can already see where that comes in when it comes to a character like Jinx, when it comes into a character like Echo, especially when it comes to blowing up those Echo time bombs if we want to be throwing them out in neutral. Tagging back into the Jinx, and there it is, the 5S1 from Alawi. Just such a potent full screen option, near full screen option, that provides a lot of ways to combo off of it. You're always going to be worried about it. It does have a little bit of startup tied to it, but it is just very, very big. Okay, Memento Senti immediately getting this combo off as we escape the corner, and the adaptation there with the combo as well to toss them back into that tentacle, hoping to get a combo extension. We did drop it towards the end there, but still though we got a little bit of damage off of it, and swapping into the Alawi makes that pressure unpredictable. Memento Senti evening up game number 1. These sets do go on for quite a while, as you're seeing here, but I think it provides a lot of ways to kind of peer in to how these players play their characters, the dynamics of their duo, and how they approach certain matchups, certain play patterns as well. I mean, there are 4 characters on the screen, so character matchups, how they play those characters, always going to be very relevant. Oh, try to get cheeky there. Trying to hit the Echo from full screen with the tentacles. She can also command the tentacles to swing at their opponents from full screen, no matter where she is. If she does back S1 or back S2, I believe back S2 gives her the throw. But I may be fudging those inputs. What is certainly not happening though is Misty is not fudging those inputs as we take out that Echo. A major piece of the puzzle. Alawi, unfortunately, not really the best character on her own. She has potential for very strong combo, very strong offense, but usually you want to be having an assist to help out with that. But if there's a will, there's a way. Memento Senti able to take that previous round, so could potentially take another round as well, but things are looking very difficult here with such low life. 2 characters still on the board for Misty, and Misty making it look easy to take out that Alawi. It's even more difficult too because chip kills are a thing in this game, and there's not really many ways to actually negate chip in this game either. It's either you avoid these specials entirely, or you go for a parry or go for a dodge, and those can be very, very tricky to time. And more often than not, the players kind of get blown up for attempting to do it. But it's one of those skill barriers. I think that once it's overcome, it's going to be very tricky for opponents to try and pressure them when they're constantly representing that parry. Interestingly enough, too, we haven't really seen too much of push block or retreating guard, if at all, in this set. Once again, I think everyone's just trying to get the grasp of these mechanics. And I don't, honestly, it's probably not even the most relevant in this matchup. Like, you don't want to be pushing Jinx or Echo away that much, right? You kind of want to keep them in your vicinity. Maybe Echo more than anything. But anyways, that burst will be doing the job regardless in terms of pushing out that opponent. And so Senti, though, still sort of in the blender, even though we were able to escape the corner and then not respecting the shock projectile, or at least not seeing it. Misty should be able to take out this Echo. Yeah, there we go. Spends the 1 bar on the super, takes out that Echo. Illaoi now coming in, and like I said before, solo Illaoi can be quite tough. Forward S1 blows to that projectile like we saw there, but because we're tossing out so many projectiles, we're able to back those up immediately if they whiff. Perfect jump over with the Jinx, avoids the down S1. Spends the super. Not enough. One more opportunity. There's the throw, and the throw will do it. Just enough damage for Misty to take that round and put themselves on the set point yet again. Misty on a roll in this bracket so far. Look very strong in their game 1, despite Mento Senti fighting back there. Very similar to the previous set as well. Misty looking to be one of the demons of this bracket. Allow getting that knockdown, trying to keep that pressure going with the Echo. Perfect pickup there, getting some more damage on those two characters the moment we recognize that happy birthday. Not able to get a full combo, but it's okay because that damage from the tentacles puts Echo into 1 touch range, and that will do it. A simple throw will be enough, and we are topped up on our Lowry. We are topped up on our Echo. Is there anything we could ask for here from Mento Senti? Misty, though, I know what we're asking for. We're asking for a dream here, or at least we're hoping that we can get that burst back in time. Because, hey, if we lose this round, we at least have that burst to go into the next one. And also, just not wanting to spend that burst yet. Some people do like to use that Fury aggressively when they're down a character. Misty not doing so, and that's because, you know, they are potentially 1 touch away. We have a lot of resources from Mento Senti that we can absolutely blow up the Jinx if we find a hit. So just holding on to that Fury, waiting for them to actually get hit before they pop it, or even more deadly is waiting until we can get a character down before we pop that Fury. But instead, Fury comes out now, spends the super, and look at the damage! Now you have to take out the Echo, but here we go. Use the super yet again. This should catch the Illaoi. It does, and it's enough to kill the Echo as well. The raw super will take them out, and that is going to be the set going to Misty. A wonderful comeback there, and showing what makes Fury so powerful, especially when paired with that super from Jinx, where she can just take out both characters at once like that from full screen, and kind of using it as a way to punish them for being a little too antsy from that range. Yeah, but good performance there from Misty, taking 2 sets in a row like that, 2-1 and 2-0 respectively. And I believe Misty should now be in winners final, so that's a perfect place to be sitting at for one of the first 2 XKO local brackets. I'm sure that's gotta feel good there. Okay, but here we go. 6 Saga versus Burst Dragon. First time we're seeing the Blitzcranks, and what a wonderful way to represent this character first time on a stream. Double Blitzcrank mirror, in fact. And we also got a Warwick and the Echo. Yeah, Echo helping out Blitzcrank here with the longer ranges that other characters like to play at. And then the Warwick with the Blitzcrank. I'm honestly not too sure how the Warwick with the Blitzcrank plays, but I'm sure 6 Saga will show us how, because, I mean, look at that. We already took that Blitzcrank down on the other side there from Burst Dragon. Finds the opening, but the burst immediately spent, and Six Saga kind of treating this like extra danger time. We do not want to be dealing with this Fury at all. We know that we are one touch from death, so using all of our movement tools available to us with Warwick to get away, and then find a way to actually start a combo despite that Fury being active there for Burst Dragon. And since we found that combo, since we saw to completion, that will be seeing that Fury bar to completion as the Burst Dragon has fully tapped out on that resource. 3 bars though on the side of Echo. We'll see what we can do. Is either do or die. We do not have a lot of health left. You gotta play this near perfectly, and unfortunately for Burst Dragon, that was not feasible. Six Saga taking round number 1. We're rocking the solo Echo here. That does give us a lot of damage off our confirms, and that's definitely something Six Saga wants to be scared of. Backing up, avoiding the time bomb. Yeah, that time bomb is just so scary. You just walk into it and you get blown up. Blitzcrank as well, that tag assist also gets blown up because of that hurtbox extension. And he's just this big living projectile, and definitely one of, if not the best tool that Echo has at his disposal. When you play against this character, you always need to find some way to deal with it. If you don't know how to deal with it, you just kind of lose the game right there. Speaking of, I think Six Saga may be losing this round at the very least pretty soon here. This super won't be enough, but we are in critical health, and I don't think we have a lot left to live for. But with a pixel and a dream, we'll see if we can make something happen. Find some hits there on the Echo, jumps over the time bomb, finds the command grab. Fury on deck for Burst Dragon, tosses out the time bomb. That Blitzcrank assist will be interrupting Six Saga, and as we try to jump over yet another time bomb, seems like we jumped a little too early as that time bomb finds Six Saga as we drop down to the ground. Okay, finds the overhead and should be able to get this full combo. No burst there for Six Saga. When the time bomb diving right on over, but backdashing away yet again. Good air block there from Six Saga, seeing awareness, having that awareness, noticing that Burst Dragon was going to pop that bomb up into the air to try and catch that Blitzcrank from below. Burst Dragon trying to find an opening. There's a throw. If we get a happy birthday, oh no, Blitzcrank drops right out of that combo. It's okay though, because we suction Echo right back into that scary range there. Warwick assist coming through, interrupting Burst Dragon's approach. This is a massive confirm for Six Saga. We have that double down. Oh, we try to go for the sneaky restand, but Burst Dragon keeping their hands on the wheels will be blocking that overhead. Is this enough? Level 3? I don't think so. I don't believe you can double down off of these. Yeah, no, you can't double down off of these. Definitely not enough. Burst Dragon still alive on their final legs on the ropes, and Six Saga cutting them right off. And that's going to be game number one going to Six Saga with the MVP Warwick, it feels. Oh yeah, going for the run under. Six Saga though, blocking pretty well. Tag into the Blitzcrank, getting throw as well. Burst Dragon down to 50% life. That's not a position you want to be at when you're playing against this double character. When you're playing against a duel like this, it's gonna be difficult. Six Saga saws burst. We don't have Fury available for Burst Dragon. Definitely won't be available for the remainder of this round unless we somehow are able to see it all the way through. I don't think it is possible though. Burst Dragon though has hope that we can take out this Blitzcrank, but we drop the combo at the critical moment. Tries to go for the throw. And the awareness from Burst Dragon going right back in, finding the combo on that whiff throw from Six Saga. And that will be enough to take out that Blitzcrank. Warwick is the last line of defense here against this sidekick Echo. 3 bars on the table though. 1 touch. Oh, and as I said that, we find the 1 touch with the Blitzcrank, but 1 touch is all it was. Six Saga taking down that Echo and putting themselves on to set point. 1 more round to go, diving right on over that time bomb. Definitely giving it a lot of respect, a lot of room. And Burst Dragon kind of unsure what to do when it comes to actually chasing down Six Saga when we're just electing to backdash when that time bomb is on that screen. Trying to poke right on over. Did whiff that first time on the move, but there we go. Blocks the time bomb. We're certainly doing a lot of blocking from Burst Dragon. Good jump over the down light, base the burst, and we do have that burst bait combo. Burst bait combos can be pretty difficult in this game. Not because like it doesn't stabilize the combo for you. I think that's one of the strongest aspects of burst baiting in this game is that it stabilizes the combo. So no matter where you burst bait them, you kind of get that guaranteed combo. But it's more so trying to get that timing. Like getting a hold of that timing because they bounce off that wall and it presents like a little bit of a gap that you gotta deal with. Let's crank down. Looking like quite the set. These players are just trading rounds back and forth. Find that first blood from Burst Dragon. Good start. I don't think we're looking to dump any meter. No, we're not. And that knockdown. Ooh, Six Saga poking right on out. Burst Dragon spending that Fury very early into this round. But Burst also coming back very early for Six Saga, just in the nick of time to save that Warwick. Will this connect? No, it won't. That's going to be a massive punish for Six Saga. Massive in the sense that we're going to be getting a lot of damage off. There's lots of reset opportunities as well. Blitzcrank is known for that, and we are resetting Burst Dragon to hell and back. Warwick coming in for the double down. Will this be enough? No, it won't. Echo still alive. Spends the super yet again in an attempt to try and chip out Burst Dragon or find a final hit. Blitzcrank getting the anti on the Warwick. Echo should be able to finish off this Warwick. Blitzcrank, what can we do here against Burst Dragon? Super blocks it out. Blitzcrank avoiding it all entirely. That Blitzcrank assist won't be available for a little bit. Six Saga knows that. Poking around the time bombs. And we find the final hit, setting out the fist, and Burst Dragon jumping right on into it. Six Saga taking it over there. Taking over Burst Dragon to go 2-0. Strong performance, but you know what? It was 2-0, but close. Let me tell you that much. Both players kind of just trading rounds back and forth, and that is the competition. That is the competition that I like to see here. Okay, and now we're in winners finals. Missy versus Six Saga. Both these characters looking to be the strongest in the bracket. Missy has proven themselves a little bit more on stream already, so we are seeing 2 Missy sets, only 1 from Six Saga. And Six Saga, interestingly enough, is actually swapping to the Yasuo instead of the Blitzcrank, and that's smart. We're teching for the matchup here. We don't want to be we don't want to be a sitting duck here against the Echo in that Jinx mix. Interestingly enough, too, we're also opting for the freestyle instead of the double down that we saw previously. And the strongest aspect of freestyle here for these characters is how Warwick and Yasuo get in. They can set up these very interesting tag situations where they can actually go for these sandwich mix-ups where you have to be blocking left or right and guessing or reacting to, at least, whenever they go for the tag, swap to the other character, and then try to hit you from the other side. Yeah, you also have famously ways to swap to the other side from neutral. Warwick as well to dive though a little bit harder. Echo running in for the throw, and we'll be taking down that Yasuo. So while we did try to tech for the Jinx and the Echo matchup, ironically enough, that Yasuo is the one that goes down first. Okay, good blocks from Misty, but as I say that, Speak of the Devil finds the hit with a low, and now we're going straight into the install state here for Warwick, but will we have the opportunity to actually do anything with it is the question. Echo doing a lot of damage there to that Warwick. Warwick almost down. I think Misty's just okay with playing lame here. Knows that Warwick can close that distance fast, so Misty trying to meet Warwick in the middle, but Warwick coming out on top, ripping through that Jinx. Misty now only has that Echo available, but I think that's okay. Are we going to get that Fury back in time? Yes, we will. Yes, we will. And it gets baited. A perfect bait from Six Saga. I mean, come on. That was probably the most telegraphed burst in the universe. Or it wasn't. Initially enough to, I want to say what Misty was hoping for was that Six Saga wouldn't finish the combo expecting the burst. But I mean, let's be honest here. There was not much of a reason there for Six Saga to actually not finish their food. Because, I mean, what? We still have more rounds to go. It's definitely a possibility that Misty could have just held on to that burst and not spent it at all. So it was a risk, maybe a calculated one, but it was still a risk there from Misty. And you'll see it right here. I mean, we don't have that burst to negate the damage that we got from that Warwick early on, and we don't really have a way to reliably get out of this pressure here from the Yasuo. And Echo is down. I haven't seen too much of the freestyle from Six Saga just yet, and I'm hoping that we're going to be seeing some of it going for 2 active tags per, I guess, per refresh. I think that's probably the term to use here. So much damage there with Yasuo, one of the highest damage characters in the game. And Warwick cleaning it up. Six Saga cleaning up our top seed there in the first game. Or at least what I would assume would be the first, would be the top seed here with how well Misty has been playing in those previous deaths. But it looks like Six Saga is the one to stop this run from Misty here in Winners Finals. You're going to be dropping down to lose pretty quickly is the idea. But it is also a first to 3 given that we are in that Winners Finals stage of the bracket. 2 more games is a lot of ways to go here for Six Saga if we want to be taking this win. And we saw how long it takes us to get through just a single first to 2 set. Jinx blocking for their life here. Jinx blocking for their life. Good tech, but as we try to get out, gets clipped by the Yasuo. Jinx still alive though. It's able to preserve the life of our darling zoner. And now Echo is the one taking the front lines. Tossing over his rockets there with the Jinx while she's in the back line. She still has some use. There's the super, and we do get that combo, getting some damage onto that Echo, but no mirror for Yasuo. That could be relevant. We're going to be getting 1 bar though, so we can finish this combo with a super if we so choose to do so. Warwick though going to be spending their bar instead of Yasuo's. Still not enough to get the kill, and maybe you should have asked for that double down. But now Echo is down. Jinx, what do we have left? What can we do? Super. And you should be able to block this one out, I don't want to say. Yeah. Now you can block it out, avoid it entirely. Hey, Warwick down. Yasuo the only character left, and we're going so aggressive there with the Yasuo. Immediately hit confirming into that super. What a way to close out that round. And I believe what, that's 3 rounds for Six Saga in a row? Or at least we took a game and we took a round. That's an incredible start here for Six Saga. I think we're looking to carry this all the way through Winners Finals, especially a win wall that should be able to just destroy any projectiles that may be coming within Six Saga's vicinity. Tags into the work and then spends that burst as well. Very, very risky there. Hopefully it pays off for Six Saga. Gets knocked down. Tries to restand them with the Stomp, with the OTG. Echo down again. Jinx, last character. I think Jinx is the character that Missy is generally more comfortable with, though. So we wouldn't mind being put down to solo Jinx with lots of health still in that. So lots of health still on the table here for Missy. So it's going to take a lot for Warwick to actually claw through it all. Especially with only one bar on the side of Warwick as well. They're looking pretty even though. Both players on their final character. Both players with an even amount of health, but maybe not for long. Use the super. Can't take out the Warwick just yet. What will be next? There's going to be the... Oh, I thought that was a trade. I thought that was a trade, but no. The Jinx does stick it out her hand. Give him a little head slap. And that will be it. Missy now back on the map. Another that round going to them here. Game number 2. One more round and we can even up the score to a 1-1. The super. Big there hit with her. Big hit there with the rocket, letting Echo find an opportunity to get in, and there's a perfect tag into the Jinx to get that shock projectile off. We saw that in one of the sets that we saw earlier. I think it was between Missy and Senti, where we didn't respect the shock projectile or respect the tag from into Jinx. So I like that we're still representing that option and making sure that the opponent's gotta be very cognizant of which characters they're opting to combo or pressure. Use the super, but that gets blocked. No punish though from Six Saga. No punish there from Missy. Yasuo down. Let's see what we can do. Happy birthday. That is massive. Use the super. We can't take out the Echo yet, though. It's only 2 times assist. We don't have double down either. And would you look at that? Using the Echo super. Just going for something very safe there with a big time bomb. And it does work for Misty. Misty evening up the score to a 1-1. And now has just proving themselves that they deserve here. Proving to Six Saga that they deserve to be here in a winners finals. So we already dumped the meter with the Jinx. So we are a bit limited in terms of what we can do from full screen. Especially when Yasuo is just continuing to so aggressively poke at Misty with these swords. I like that approach, you know, just suffocating that Jinx, making sure that they don't have an opportunity to actually start shooting those rockets, start shooting those shock projectiles, start shooting whatever she wants to shoot, and always within that vicinity to also get combos off as well. If we find those hits, we can hit them from train to the super that we saw before. Time bomb set into the rocket. And hits here on the Warwick. And maybe Misty has a chance. Can't really heal this health back there for Echo though, so you gotta be playing near perfectly in order to take Six Saga down. And unfortunately, we presented a gap. We presented a mistake. An opportunity for Six Saga to go for the counterattack, and we took it. Of the super getting us to the corner, but side swapping just so we can get the extra damage there. Comes the burst. Catches them with the Echo as the Warwick falls down. Blocking out with Jinx. Oh, perfectly timed there with the air rocket. Catches the Warwick, trying to jump forward. And just stopping that approach, stopping the momentum. Spending the super. Six Saga really likes spending that super whenever we have the opportunity to do so. but does put you in not a great OP situation. You don't really have much advantage off it, unless maybe you're in the corner, if anything. But when you're done, when it's done in mid screen like that, we still have so much room to work with after that super has ended.
Shoot him if you got him.
All right. We got those 1 button confirms there from Misty as well. And 6 Saga goes down. Another even up game. Yoko, that's a big catch. But man, you got, I mean, please. I mean, you gotta be so careful. Like, you can't, it's a big catch, yes, but look at Echo in the back line. Look at that health bar. That health is recovering. Jinx is just taking care of all of this work here when it comes to taking down this Warwick. Warwick doesn't even have burst here. Why did we spend the super to get the extra damage on the Echo? We should have just ended it there. Ended it with just our normal so we can still stay advantageous within the face of Jinx. Warwick, though, is still kicking. Does not want to listen to the words. Does not want to listen to me. Echo stands up the time bombs. And then there's our wind wall coming out there from Yasuo, wanting to just not care about those wind walls at all. But when you're tucked behind that wind wall, you're not really advancing against the opponent. So it's not really dissuading 6 Saga from going, hey, maybe I should not shoot those projectiles. Maybe I shouldn't be mean here from full screen. This Warwick from 6 Saga is just melting like butter. Dash in into the super. No, we missed the confirm. We thought we found a hit. Apollo with time bomb catches the air approach from 6 Saga, stuffing them, pushing them back to full screen. Air button catches the Jinx. Solo Echo time. Full health Solo Echo versus pretty low health Yasuo here. And it's just enough health for Missy to take that game there with the Echo. And without the super as well, so didn't have to worry about securing any extra damage at all. Missy now 2-1 over 6 Saga. If you were to ask me before, if you were to ask me after that first game, I'd say 6 Saga got it. We looked so confident, we looked so good, but things are starting to fall apart. Missy finally getting the lead in this set, and what a lead it is. Not only do we have 1 game up over 6 Saga, we also have so much health taken away from that Yasuo's health bar, completely stripped away, sort of making Yasuo useless. Sure, why not? Here we go. Submit this to the CMD. We got these dummy combos going off. Warwick not even having an opportunity to respond to it. Anti-airing Amelia Warwick, immediately anti-airing that Warwick, sending it into the corner, and then picking up that KO. Misty looking so good now on a set point. What a fast previous round we just saw. Misty can take this one. That will be set in game. That will be a grand finals ticket for Misty to the winner's side. Let me tell you, we are bullying this Warwick. We won that position. Bomb. There's the gun. Double assist with the Echo to try and approach. And I believe, no, we don't have really opportunity to actually go for the active tag for the Echo. Also, the final line of defense. But man, right now, if anyone's on defense, 6 Saga is the one that is playing that blocking mini game here. Where do you stop blocking? Where do you block? Where do I get to play the game? All questions that 6 Saga won't be able to answer, as we are getting opened up yet again, trying to play so aggressive, trying to get out of the corner with the Warwick. but Misty is catching every single time that Six Saga wants to play on the aggressive, wanting to approach, getting flipped by these projectiles, and doing so much small pack damage that added up over time, as you saw right there. Misty 3-1 moves on to the winner's side of Grand Finals, and that leaves us with losers finals and the losers side of Grand Finals left to cover before we get into Grand Finals, or before we get to like the closure of this tournament. Mentosetsi making a return to the stage, actually taking out Lieutenant Farman, I want to say, in loser semis. So Mentosetsi proving to be one of the better players in this bracket as well. And both players have played against Misty earlier on in the brackets, both of them wanting that run back. Mentosetsi returning with the Alawi Echo. We'll see what we can do with this duo. And it looks like Six Saga is also still just staying stuck to the Yasuo Warwick. No Blitzcrank in sight. From the Warwick will be sending Mentosetsi to full screen, jump right on over the time bomb, jumps over the time bomb yet again. That's such a good option to just clear that projectile and then kind of shut down that game plan that Mentosetsi is wanting to enforce. And now Mentosetsi has to be playing against Six Saga's game instead, because it is all Yasuo, baby. It's all Warwick, baby. 1 bar. I wonder if we could have killed with the Yasuo super as well, but just playing it safe, getting the extra damage off of the Warwick tag swap. And now is such a difficult position here for Mentosetsi to work with, but hey, we're working it. Rocking the Echo and just trying their best to mix up Six Saga. Still unable to find an opening though, and Mentosetsi finding the smallest opening within that pressure sequence takes advantage of the gap. Back dashing to full screen. Taking the teleport pressure, or maybe not. Pressing those buttons, getting themselves out. And there it is, the dive from Warwick yet again. Going right on over these projectiles from Six Saga when we think we're safe. Super, getting some extra damage onto this combo. Yellow health here for Mentosetsi. One more touch and that Echo is out of this game. Good job clearing the tentacles as well, and that prevented, like, even though we got hit by the 5S1, that prevented Alive from actually getting a full combo off of it if we did still find that hit with the 5S1. Dive into the Warwick. Will it be enough? Going in 1 bar, and we should be able to build up another bar after this combo as well. Yes, it will be enough. So we have even more combo potential, even more damage potential here against a character like Alawi. Down special, trying to summon some tentacles. Good blocked, good patience from Mentosetsi, but I don't know what we try to press there. I think that was, I think it was some medium button. But either way, getting caught. Warwick going into install state as well. And install state does not matter. Yasuo now, the final line of defense. Just going for the double Rekka, doesn't finish off the Rekka, instead using that Echo Assist as a way to reset that pressure, keep things going into the overhead. I don't know if we could have gotten a combo. I don't know if we could have gotten a combo off of that though. Maybe if we active tagged into the Echo, but it does leave you like a really awkward grounded situation after that overhead commence. Second, then another round to Mentosetsi. Not going to be making this easy here for Six Saga. Nice bomb on the wake up. Tag into the Alawi, gets the air throw as well. No tentacles though, that's a bummer. And there's the super. Mentosetsi way more dominant now. It's cool to set in the background. Now you may be questioning, is that too high? No, I don't think it is. I'm sorry, too far? No, I don't think it is. So that tentacle should be able to pick up that opponent from that range at least. Not from this range though. We're way too far gone from this tentacle to be even worrying about that. But we will be getting a tentacle set there in the corner. Warwick going to clear that immediately before Mental Sending has an opportunity to actually proc it. Six Saga with only a small chunk of life. Can we make this? Can we make this comeback? Hey, this is the start of something right here. That's going to be... I'm still biting my tongue. I don't know if this will be enough to take on the Lowy. Super. Oh no, I think it will. I think it will. Scaling looked like to be in the favor of Six Saga. And now that Echo is going to be swapping in here. That one hit. That's what we know. We just need that one hit against this Warwick. But how we're going to find that one hit? Install proc. Getting some really good damage off our confirmed, off our combos. Getting burst timing from Six Saga as well. Echo though. Not going to make it that easy there for Six Saga. Hey, you want that grand final spot? Well, you're going to have to fight for it is the ideal. Perfect timing on the wind wall, catching Mento Senti, trying to throw that time bomb from that really awkward height there, that awkward angle as well. I think that's also super relevant, that top left side of the screen. In the angle that it gets tossed at, makes it difficult to try and counteract with projectile destroying moves like that forward S1 from Malawi. But I mean, we don't have forward S1 here. No forward S1s in sight. Warwick though, so good. Take him down. Ooh, not enough. Malawi's still alive. Not for long. Chip kill. At least we got our combos here. Using the S2, that's going to continue to lock down Six Saga for a little bit longer. Warwick breaking out of that prison, finds a way out. And that game will be going to Six Saga. Really good combo here from Mento Senti. A lot of really good damage. Does not even need to spend the bar with the Yasuo either. Instead, using the bar. Sorry, from Six Saga. He doesn't even need to spend the bar on the Yasuo. Instead, spends the bar on the Warwick instead. Echo almost down. Echo almost out of the picture. We just need to take down this Echo right now. Oh, but we lost our opportunity. Tags in with the Lowy to cover him with the 5S1 assist. Forward S1 attempted to be used, but unfortunately no dice. Into throw. More throw? No, burst. Meant to Sunny not want to deal with the mix-up. But so does Six Saga not want to deal with the mix-up, doesn't care about the damage, spends the super. Oh my god, and it connects! There just yet. Oh, but now we are. Another close set, it seems. A 1-1. The question is, are we going to be seeing a 3-1 like we saw with Missy versus Six Saga? Or are we going to be seeing a 3-2 instead? Are we going to be seeing final game? Or are we going to see final game, final round? I mean, Mento Senti seems like we want it. I'm going to miss Yasuo. Had a good bit, doing a lot of really good damage. Did we spend our burst? Oh my god, we spent our burst at the end of the combo? Oh, I see what we're trying to do there. Forcing the Lowy to come in and then spending the burst to avoid the S2 super. Okay, tag finisher. Okay, interestingly enough, we're not going to be going for the S2 super instead. And just opting for the full-on damage super. I think right there, we're just trying to take out that one character who does not want to deal with the nonsense that other approach will give to Mento Senti. Mento Senti, great far M there. 5M catches that 6 Saga from pretty far away, and the overhead will be enough to close that one out. Overhead doesn't really do a ton of damage, and you can't really combo off it in most cases unless you have, say, unless you charge it fully, or if you have like an assist to help back you up. Great catch there on the Alawi. Jumping right on over. Oh no, we're gonna get punched there now that we have our back up against the wall. Now you gotta deal with the Alawi tentacles. Now that you're cornered, spends the super on the tentacles, but the bravery from 6 Saga allows them to just roll right on forward and get that throw, tossing that Alawi into the corner, but still roaming in the axis swap into the Echo, so no Alawi on the field anymore. I don't think, okay, no, we're just gonna spend the super yet again. No burst from 6 Saga, so the Yasuo is all we have left, but we've seen this Yasuo do really well before on its own, and I think that's what we're going to be seeing yet once again. Okay. Yet again. Just no burst. Oh, now we got burst. Maybe a little too late there. Oh no, we didn't hit confirm. Oh no, don't throw it away like that. Oh no. Yeah. It just be like that sometimes. I think he got the hit, and fortunately he did not. Blitzcrank. Oh, Blitzcrank comes back. Yasuo a very good character on his own as well. But I'm here for the Blitzcrank right now. I'm here for this grappler action. A grappler that can also poke from surprisingly far distances as well. Still gotta be worried about options like the time bomb though, just because generally the moves that we want to be tossing out with Blitzcrank a lot of time are going to be being interrupted by it. Okay, 5S1. Oh no, we moved with the Warwick. Oh no. Oh, okay, the time bomb didn't actually extend the combo. It's okay though. Warwick is down. Chucks up that time bomb. Fury. Okay. Come on. Let's make something happen with this Blitzcrank. Let's make something happen while we have that Fury gauge still available to us. Oh no. Getting comboed by the Alawi. That's gotta really suck here. Oh no, command grab attempt. But we still keep on trudging forward. Unfortunately, 6 Saga now dropping dead. Going for the run up dash block there with the Warwick. I like that too. Run up dash block. What that does is it sort of it makes your opponent feel like they have to press A button, have to do something to try and stop your approach. But when you just play it patient like that, you know, they can go for something stupid like an air rocket with Jinx or something like that, right? Or they can go for something very committal, like maybe a throw, or maybe they just go for like the regular run-up jab. But using that can just kind of poke and see like, okay, what is my opponent doing? How am I going to approach? What am I going to do? Like, what beats them here? Okay, there's the tech. We were able to get around on in this game, the game number 4 specifically. The 6 Saga still alive. Still keeping the dream alive here with the Blitzcrank. Takes the full Echo Bomb. Takes the full Echo combo. Air combo even. Okay, S2 tentacles yet again. Don't respect them too much. Okay, here's that throw. Now, it is a little bit of a shame that those super tentacles don't actually count as a regular tentacle, so there's no real way to actually use them on your own, or kind of step situation like with a combo. I mean, sure you can, but it becomes a little bit harder when it comes to the stabilization and consistency. Immediately checking that Alawi, and as we try to jump up as well, we're gonna be catching that Alawi yet again. Oh my god, is that enough? I was about to say, I'm like, surely that's not enough. Surely that's not dead. We also had double down too, so I'm actually surprised we didn't opt to go for the double down. That certainly wasn't a level 3, that's for sure. Ending that off with the S1 super. Oh my god, we just used the super roll like that in neutral? Sure, why not? Sure, take the win at that point. Six Saga playing very ballsy there with the Warwick. Definitely in a character though, I will say that much. And now we're sitting at a 2-2 final game. I believe this is the first 3-2 we've seen in the bracket so far. Let's hope this is a good one. Let's hope this is a good final game and not a wash. Echo rolling in. Blitzcrank blocking for his life. Blitzcrank pressing buttons, and they work. Burst now. Command grab. That's one. Into the super. OTG. Get some more damage. Number 2. Nope. Take on the Alawi. I think it is. Spends the bar. You have to. Alawi's down. Alawi is down. Repeat. Alawi is down. Game the knockdown, the soft knockdown at the very least. Yeah, game the soft knockdown there against Mental Senti, and going for the manual install state right there. If we're going to really be able to use all 2 punch though. Saw that jump right on over yet again, maybe expecting the energy ring. Oh. Alright. Wow, just setting up this big hitbox. It's like, okay, you walk into it. If you don't walk into it, I'm just going to continue to harass you with these Echo Time Bombs. Knocking that time bomb into the forward speed, but this time Big Saga is not going to be just running into those. Oh, big whiff there on the down end. Six Saga trying to recuperate it, but as we tried, Mento Senti was able to jump right on out, and look at the Alawi taking it all. Here's the 1 bar dropped onto the super. Here's the 1 bar yet again, dropped onto the double down. Blitzcrank will be finishing that up, and Blitzcrank is the one that's going to be leading us off here against this Echo. Jump down, and empty jump into the throw, into the super, getting some extra damage into the 5L, into another throw, and we try to go for another throw right there. This time, Mental Senti holding up the holding that up direction on their stick and getting themselves out of the corner. What a huge comeback we're seeing right here. Oh my god. This might be the end of the Blitzcrank. It is the end of the Blitzcrank. What a sequence. Oh. And with that amazing sequence there, trying to set up that comeback, Warwick just rolling right in is like, yeah, Sure. Whatever, man. And a Warwick winning it here for Six Saga, being the MVP of the duo, it seems. Being that mainstay. It's like it's either just the Warwick or the Blitzcrank, or the Warwick or the Yasuo. It's like a bit of a rotating door there for the duo. You see here, we got the players getting themselves set right on up. Misty returning back on to the stream for grand finals. These are your two best players in the room here for 2XKO. Misty on the winner side, as we saw playing against Six Saga earlier. So, Six Saga right now getting that run back. It was a 3-1 last time. Six Saga did make some games look pretty close, but I will say, like, in the final games that Misty won, we looked pretty rock solid. I think we're finding the most success when it comes to playing with the Blitzcrank. I wonder if we're gonna stay on the Blitzcrank, or if we're going to be swapping to the Yasuo instead. I mean, at the end of the day, on paper, Yasuo is the better matchup in terms, like, when dealing with Misty's characters. But it seems like we're looking pretty comfortable on Blitzcrank at the moment. And we were pondering it there for a little bit, but hey, we're warmed up with the Blitzcrank. We just played this character in losers finals. It took us quite the distance. In winners semis earlier on against Burst Dragon as well. So, hey, don't fix what ain't broke. And hey, you know what? Misty may be the first person to break this duo as we get into grand finals. Once again, Misty on the winner side with the Jinx and the Echo. Six Saga on the other side with the Warwick and the Blitzcrank. Four unique characters being represented here. Four very different characters. They couldn't be more different. Echo immediately going to be using that for immediately use that super, get a lot of damage there on that Blitzcrank. I think a lot of damage might be an understatement right there. I mean, look how much damage that Blitzcrank took, for as beefy as this character can be, and we just go right on through the shots. I did not know it could stay active that long. Pop him up with the Warwick. Into the super. Hey, you didn't kill. Oh, we're greedy. We are very, very greedy. We could have just doubled down, just killed the Echo right there. But hey, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna hold on to the meter. Hey, like if the Echo had an opportunity to escape, well, then you just had a decently healthy Echo that was still in the game, still in the running. Six Saga though, definitely looking to put this Jinx out of the running. Level 3 in your face. Take these punches. Take this electro shock therapy, and that is going to be the first game going to Six Saga, or first round going to Six Saga. One more game to go, or one more round to go. Sorry, my bad. I'm mixing up one more words. One more round to go, and we're going to be taking that first game here. That's a good start for Six Saga, especially because we gotta be taking this reset here against Misty, and we gotta play 2 first to 3s. It's a lot. It's a lot, but Six Saga on a different character, so. It's a much different thing as opposed to what we saw earlier. Oh my god. Blitzcrank's almost dead. Oh, we were blocking for our life. We were trying to do something. We were trying to get out of the corner. But Misty keeps that Blitzcrank locked up right in there. And Warwick now going to be the final defender yet again. The back line sending out that Blitzcrank in front to die. And that's going to be a good confirm there. Into the super. Just continue to get a lot of damage. A lot of constant damage from full spin like that. Warwick chewing through this Echo health bar. Super. Oh no! We whiffed the punish. Lock Yet again. Blitzcrank super. And that actually is enough chip. Round start, air throw, great start there. Gets the hard knockdown there. Gets the hard knockdown against the Warwick. Able to set up this pressure. Able to set up the sandwich pressure with the Echo and the Jinx. And we just opened up. We opened up Six Saga on the first tag. What else could we ask for? What a perfect first character going by there for Misty. Scooped up. Not the most damage, but we'll take what we can. Get the ball in. Immediately getting into it though by the Echo. And we're trying to poke from this full screen range, but Six Saga has to play a bit more just like a brawler, a bit more of just rush down character, because while we're trying to poke from that far distance against a character like Echo or Jinx, we're not really keeping in mind that the time bomb is existing on the screen. We are not keeping in mind that that hitbox is present, and because of that, we get interrupted in a lot of places where we really shouldn't be. Catching out there with the super into the double down as well, getting a lot of damage there on that Echo. First from Jinx, will be saving that Echo, trying to swap into the Jinx to keep that Echo alive. But that Jinx will be taking that command grab almost instantaneously. Burst, very aggressive from Six Saga, went to keep Missy locked in the corner, and as Missy tries to escape one more time, that's going to be chased down with the Warwick with the super, catching them in midair. Oh my god, that's going to be the Jinx down as well. Echo, let's see what we can do on the ropes here. Combo for Six Saga, and we can take down this Echo. So far, this Echo has yet to be touched, or at least, you know, at this moment. Blitzcrank. Things are looking pretty even on both sides. I was about to say, I wonder if a single command grab will be enough to take down this final character here, but I didn't even have to ask that. The game answered it for me. It's like set it up into perfect kill range with the command grab. I was like, yeah, no more guesswork. First spend from Six Saga. Burst also being used from Misty. I was surprised we were able to get those fists off biotic arms. Because you've seen how these rockets just kind of blow that up. The rockets, the time bombs, really just the shocks too from Jinx. I mean, Jinx just has so many ways to stop this Blitzcrank. It's kind of crazy. But still, I mean, Six Saga is playing pretty well with this character, I will say. I mean, I think this Blitzcrank is playing a little bit better than what we saw with the Yasuo earlier. It really did feel like sometimes when we were playing the Yasuo that we're kind of just like autopiloting certain things, and we weren't really taking the characters to like his full potential. But I'll say that Yasuo definitely has one of the highest ceilings. So I think if you stick with that character for a little bit longer, I mean, this is one of the first tournaments for this game. If you stick with that character for just a little bit longer, then I think you can really start to post results with him, with how much damage he can do, all the mix-up potential he has. But right now, what we're seeing here is this Warwick playing it solo. That Blitzcrank is out of the picture. Spends the super. Oh my god, no. Why would you spend the super like that? That was even a combo. Did we think that we were pressing a button? Do we think that Jinx wasn't going to block? And look at that. That was a block there from Jinx. getting that round essentially for free, it seems like. Missy going to gain that burst. Six Saga should be getting their burst back pretty soon as well. Both the players use their burst very early on in the previous round, around the same time frame. Charging up and not going to launch it. Oh no, we held that charge for a little bit too long, getting caught by the shock, but we couldn't get a full combo off it. That does still give Missy a free way to approach here with the Echo and with the Jinx. There's a jump right on over there with the Warwick. And it can also be, that approach can also be used to just preempt time bomb usage. And I think that's partly why we're seeing Six Saga open up with that specific move from Warwick so often. Okay, let's crank us down. Warwick truly is the MVP. I mean, you can kind of tell that like we weren't really feeling Yasuo. We're not really feeling the Blitzcrank too much either. I want to say. I mean, outside just like a few funny grappler situations. Like, okay, yeah, I mean, in this situation, a command grab would be funny, wouldn't it? Kind of deal. Oh, there's no way! I was like, there's no way we're going to take out the Echo there just because they got tagged off of a tag and or an assist. But no, the Jinx goes down too with the 2S KO. That's going to be both characters going out at the same time. And now Misty, I believe, if I'm right, yeah, okay, I think we're evened up. Yeah, because Six Saga took game 1, and then Misty took game 2. Okay. Select more characters. 2 times assist. I don't think that changed much because we were running double down before. We also weren't running freestyle. Yeah, but I think 2 times assist is just very reliable. I think like out of all the fuses, it's either that or like double down. I think they're generally just the most straightforward ones. Taking him down, town. Back to tossing Blitzcrank into the corner. Taste this lead. Warwick chasing down this Echo. Oh my god, we just pressed that button right through. It's like, yeah, that time bomb was going to be taking a while to just fall right down. Really cool stuff there from Six Saga. And there it is, the hop right on over that projectile from Jinx. Pick up with the command grab into the super, and it will be enough. No need for the double down. We get a hold on to that meter. Six Dog has been known to be pretty greedy when it comes to holding on this meter, so we can just go for a full cash out if we find a single combo here against this Echo. There's a command grab. Maybe we will find it. Super into super. It does get that pick up. So much damage there. Into the throw. Into another throw. Warwick continuing to get these wins. It's always that Blitzcrank going down first, and then the Warwick there just capitalize off of all of the leftover meter, all of the Fury gauge if we still have it at that point. These players love to use burst, so I think it's pretty uncommon that we get to a point where we're on our fan character and we have a burst available, or Fury available. Yeah. That time the dive over did not work in Six Saga's favor. Timed it too early, or either that Missy just changed up the timing there and catches or caught Six Saga as they go right on down. Oh my god, we're just using all of that Fury gauge on the dash cancels. I don't know how I feel about that. I think what we're trying to look for is Missy just not blocking as we reset our combo. But we missed out on so much damage because we went for all those dash cancels during that combo. Saga has 2 bars, going to be 3 bars pretty soon as well. There's the Wrecking Ball, playing a bit unpredictable as well. Use the Warlock assist to catch Misty while they're in the corner. There's a super, and that is going to be it. Another round. Run the rockets, don't have to worry about that. I'm very patient. Ooh, and what a tag in to the Blitzcrank, getting the anti-air while the Warwick was airborne. Good command grab. One more should be enough. There it is, the final command grab to take down the Jinx. Six Saga gonna be taking the lead. Remember last time Six Saga took game number 1 and then lost 3 games in a row to Misty. And Misty able to get that lead when we got that 2-1 save, won the first of 2 essentially. Will Six Saga win that first of 2? I mean, the thing, like all of the cards are stacked in Six Saga's favor for this round. At least I want to hope so. We don't have any meter. We're going to be getting burst back soon though, so we will have an out if we get caught in a scary combo. Okay. The Warwick trying their best to get out, but oh my god, yeah, they're using the burst. Like, I don't want to deal with that mix up. And Six Saga finds the hit into the super. Oh my god, is it enough? Will it be enough damage? No, I don't think. No, it will. Still getting a hang of how much damage these combos can do, how much damage these supers especially can do as well when we use at the end of the combo. But looks like that will be chunking out that final health, bit of health from Misty. And Six Saga going to be actually on the lead, has 1 point on the board over Misty. Very different from last time in winners finals, starting to get the run back that they wanted and looking to take this win. One more game is all Six Saga needs to take this reset and bring us to a 0-0 score yet again. Bring Misty down to our level. Misty still sitting up high there on the winner side of the bracket, still sitting comfortably and not wanting to relieve himself of that position. Six Saga charging up there from full screen, getting caught with the Echo, but first comes out, letting them swap into that Warwick pretty aggressively. Going to be saving that damage there on the Echo, and instead just using that Echo as a way to just poke and prod at this Warwick there, using the double assist as well. I don't know if Six Saga is like fully adapted to the fact that Misty is using 2 times assist. As you can see that we tried to approach immediately after that projectile was sent out from Six Saga, but we got hit by another one while we were Warwick. Okay. Back swap. Get some more damage into the super. We got so much bar available to us. I think Misty would like to use a little bit more than I think we're using right now. Shock projectile. What a big opener. I don't even think we need the super to close it out. No, we don't. Just enough damage, and this should surely be just enough damage as well. Blitzcrank is, oh sorry, the Warwick is gone, the Blitzcrank is gone. Misty, another round, not going down so easily. Six Saga may be up 1 game, but we're down a round here in what could potentially be the real set changer, the game changer here. I don't know if it will be likely that we're going to be getting out of this situation now, getting zoned out while we're Blitzcrank. And Six Saga content with just playing solo lane, going for all these backdashes, using these time bombs to catch these assists, and just poking so far with this Jinx and all the projectiles she has at her disposal. Good throw. Hey, he's a super. Yeah, at the very least, Missy is down a bar. So that does mean you don't have to play like super careful, or at least as careful as you did before, when we had 1 bar with with Jinx because of how we go for these full screen supers. For 2-2. I think these players are going to take a little bit of a minute there, take a little breather, think about how we're going to be approaching what could potentially be the final game of this set, would potentially be the final game of this tournament. Game number 5 here in Grand Finals. So much damage very early on, and no burst being spent from Six Saga until the end of the combo. I don't know why we're holding on to that burst for so long. Because by then, all the damage has already been dealt. Maybe hoping that we're expending resources to get more damage onto the Blitzcrank, and then that Blitzcrank just going to recover it all. Well, we certainly didn't recover it all here with all that great health that we still have on that health bar. Wrecking Ball in. Good blocks. Doesn't block the Warwick. There's a burst. Back to full screen, or that Jinx going to play very aggressive. Echo right now doing all the dirty work, doing all the damage here against this Warwick. Can we take this Warwick out? We can take this Warwick out of the picture. Then Six Saga is going to be essentially, it feels like, kicked out of the game with how strong his Warwick is, how consistent it has been. But here we go, Blitzcrank. Let's see if we can do something. No, we get anti-aired. Fury comes out. One last opportunity, knowing that combo was probably going to be enough to get the kill. If not, that would have been close. Oh, man. Tournament point for Misty. We went down a game, but we got 2 games, or we're potentially going to be getting 2 games in return. 1 more round to go. Sends the rock out, backdashes out. Good job, respects the Warwick. And there's the happy birthday. Drops both characters right on out of it, though. It can be very tricky trying to happy birthday with a character like Jinx, especially from that range. Swap in. No burst to actually get out of that one right there. Damage. I was able to get a set up into that karaoke with the monkeys. And with that super, that's going to be our final character. Blitzcrank has to work against the Echo and the Jinx. Or that's going to be our tournament run. We are intending to do exactly that. Super! And it is enough. No more Echo. Just need to worry about the Jinx. Arguably a lot scarier. Arguably a lot scarier for this character. We'll see. This Jinx looks so good. In the way we zone out our opponents. And also, too, like Blitzcrank being such a big hurt box means that it's so much easier just to get these small hits with our projectiles. Just to keep Six Saga blocking or interrupt them as they try to approach. And Misty interrupting that reset attempt from Six Saga takes it with a 3-2. A very commanding final 2 games. Very commanding final 2 rounds there. And that will be your tournament winner here tonight here for the King Returns. Misty, your 2x KO champion.
All right, congratulations to Misty for another bracket well played. Misty has been quite the force when it comes to 2x KO. In the short time it's been part of the King Returns. So thank you also to Six Saga for competing as well. Second place, nothing to sniff at, especially given how hard of a battle it was to get there and the fight that was put up in Grand Finals. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. In case you can't tell, I am not quite 100%. I had gum surgery this morning, so I'm going to go get some rest and try and heal up. I will have to endure not having any of my edible foods for quite some time. I can't even work out, I'm told, because of blood pressure concerns with the recovery of my gums. So, fun, but I appreciate Salte Boi trying to start my week off correctly by answering the call for comms. Thank you so much.
No problem. It was always fun, and I need more 2x KO experience as well.
All right, so you guys know what I'm up to this week with the gum recovery. What are you up to, Salty?
I don't really have anything planned in terms of commentary. I do have some things brewing with TNS later this month though, so do be on the watch out for that.
Thank you so much. All right. Everyone, it has been a great evening, but it's time to sign off. Um, as I mentioned earlier, if you are curious about what happened with Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, I did upload Grand Finals on my channel through my phone because Camu forgot his stream equipment. I did not realize that until the tournament was about to come to an end. But to the rescue, and you get to see some Reptile cosplay as well. All right. Everyone, this is Psycho Blue, conductor of the Hype Train, Mr. Hype Gems, hashtag Crosswires, hashtag 2XKO. I will see each and every one of you next time, whenever and wherever that may be. And ideally, I will be out of all my graft stints and eating as normal, working out as normal. Till next time, everyone.
Let's